Dude, I don't think that America's the problem.
I think you're the problem.
You're the problem, Eugenio Straffi. I'll say it. He doesn't listen to this podcast.
Oh, you don't know that.
I don't know that. You're right. He'll come after me.
You'll get an ominous email from
Oh my
Rainbow.
God.
Hey there, welcome to the WinxForeverPodcast. Join creator, host, and lifelong Winx fan Lola Valentine as she invites you to take a deep dive into the very cool universe of Winx Club. So whether you've been a Winx fan since 2004, or you vaguely remember the show from your childhood, or if you're being introduced to it for the first time, welcome. This is the Winx Forever Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Winx Forever Podcast. I'm Lola, your host, and today I am joined by my sweet friend and American Winx fan, Morgan, or you might know her on Instagram as Mew Usagi. Mew Usagi. I knew I was going to butcher that as soon as I said it, and I was like,
It's okay. It's okay.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for being on the show today.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
Good. I'm stoked. I mean, it's really hard to come by other American Winx fans. And so as soon as we started becoming friends, I was like, I have to have her on the show. I have to have her on the show, I can't not. So
there's a lot more of us out there than you think.
which is good. I'm glad, I can't wait to be introduced to more of us because yes. I definitely don't know that many. I only know maybe 4.
Oh, I'll make a group chat and I'll just this is this.
Oh my gosh, that would be so incredible actually.
Just introduce each other.
Yeah, because I also think that there's a huge disconnect with the European fans as well. Because they also don't know we exist. Really.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's why whenever I post something, there's a lot of hate comments in other languages. And I think it's because they don't realize that there's other people outside their country.
Yeah.
That know the show.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. I mean, yeah. So the more unified we can make, the different sections of this fandom, the better. And so I think that, that's really one of the things that doing this podcast for me has been been really fun, kind of uniting both sides of the fandom like that. And so I get messages from all over the world because this fandom is massive.
It is,
but also just fun things either whether it's from other fans that are excited to hear from American fans, or just practicing their English with me, which is really fun.
Yeah. Well, you do a whole you bring everybody together. That's how it feels. Today I was listening to your past episode with Una Fata, and it was just I heard her little Russian vocabulary in it, and I was like, oh, it's just so cute.
She is honestly, Olga is so great. And it was so fun. Yeah, it's just been fun connecting with all these different fans, people that I've just met this year, or people that I've met known for years. And it's just been a super sweet time. And I know you, and I'm so glad, it's just been just so rewarding and fun. And like I said, I'll keep doing this podcast as long as it keeps being fun. Well, before we get really too deep into our topic about growing up with Winx Club in America as 4 kids fans, I want to give our listeners an opportunity to get to know you a little bit and kind of your Winxer history and kind of how you came to know Winx Club. So do you remember the first time that you ever saw anything Winx Club?
Okay. It's a very weird story. So when I was little, obviously 4 Kids was on Saturday mornings, all that shebang. I watched I was about 6 when it came out, And so my little 6-year-old brain doesn't remember. But I remember seeing the Nickelodeon dub for the first time when it came out, when season
Oh
4 aired.
wow.
That was like my first, like, I guess, jump back into the fandom
Mm-hmm.
when that came. So like we were sitting, my brother and I, he does not like me watching Winx without him. It's
That
like
is
one of
so
those shows.
pure. Oh, I
So
love
he would
it.
he would get mad at me if I like went ahead of an episode of him. And it's just like that's the first memory I think of when like I started with Winx. Is
Wow.
sitting on the couch in the dark watching season 4.
That's so fun. I freaking love that. Is your brother older or younger than you?
uh he's 2 years younger.
Okay.
I'm 23, he's 21.
Okay, great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I feel like that sums up my relationship with my brother. He is sometimes 3, sometimes 2 years younger than me, depending on
Mhm.
where we are in the year.
Mhm.
And he like we would watch Saturday morning cartoons together,
Mhm.
and like watch Winx Club together. And it was just so much fun, like, getting to share that experience with another person. And like
Mhm.
now, like we're well into our 20s, and it's just funny because he still, remembers all of the stuff about my favorite show. And like
Mhm.
it's just really wholesome and really nice to get to share that
Yeah.
experience with a sibling.
You're listening to the Winx Forever podcast.
What do you think has kept you engaged with the fandom for all these years?
I think it's like the creativity people bring to the fandom. So like everybody in their different mediums. Like I do cosplay, you do podcasts. I way back when Instagram like first launched,
Yes.
I was one of the first Winx people on Instagram. I had the username Princess of Domino. And so like
Aww.
but that fandom back then was low key toxic. But
Yeah.
like it's just long time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I feel like there are still some corners of it that can absolutely be like as toxic as all get out. But like, I mean, I feel like also at the same time, there's such good corners of it, and like
Mhm.
and like I feel like the good ultimately outweighs the bad,
Mhm.
similar to in the actual show. But I really think that like, yeah, you just got to kind of find your people and the
Mhm.
fandom, and then like find your community. And like it's so fun to like encourage each other creatively. And yeah, I love that. How long have you been cosplaying, and what was your first ever cosplay?
So when you sent me these questions, I had to do some math. um Technically my first cosplay was Sirenix Flora for Halloween one year. And it was like
Wow.
this super party city costume. Like it was tutu leggings. It was horrible. But like if you want technical costumes, uh Princess Anna from Frozen
Oh,
was my first one, and
yes.
it was six years ago.
That's so sweet. I love Frozen so much. My
I
heart.
know.
That's
But
great.
I plan on remaking Sirenix Flora eventually as a redemption.
Yay! Call back. That's
Yeah.
great.
Well, I have my like harmonics cosplay that I like, it's finished. Like I have to finish the wings. I just haven't worn
Yeah.
it. But I think I'm gonna
Right.
have a whole arsenal of Winx cosplays.
That will be so nice. Yeah, because right now you have your harmonics and then also your cosmics,
Mhm,
obviously, that
mhm.
you've been working on so hard.
Yes, yes.
Super exciting. And you'll get to debut that pretty soon, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm so nervous. It's next week. I don't know when this is coming out, but the contest is next week, and I don't know, cause like people like bash on cosmics, but like I'm out here trying to make it look decent.
Right.
But like
I don't think it's cosmics as much as it is season 8.
I've heard it both ways, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. The art has grown to me because like one of the dolls in my box are like the concert dolls,
Ooh, yeah.
but like it's growing on me. Like with cosmics, I've gained like a whole new respect for it.
That's good. Yeah. I feel like a lot of like later seasons like do that eventually with everybody. Like eventually like you look past the like sheer like awfulness of them, and you start to pick out like the good parts. You're like, okay, like okay.
Yeah. Well, like I've seen season 8. Like the story is really good. I like the idea of Valtor coming back. I like Icy's backstory. Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. It confused me.
I know.
But
I don't know if I can get behind that Icy backstory. Like she's no. Like I don't know. I can't.
it confused me. I'm gonna
Yeah.
admit it. It confused me. Like I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it in like the longest time, but I don't know if I should spoil if people haven't watched it, but like I
It's
think
been out
she's
for
got a
long
sister.
enough. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's like, aren't the tricks supposed to be her sisters? Sisters? Like,
Yeah. Well, I read somewhere that they're definitely sisters, but like where do
yeah.
they come into the play?
Right, I know. I don't think that Rainbow knew like what they were
No.
doing when they were like, "Oh, let's just give her," like I don't think that there
And
was any
and
really like
no.
continuity thought behind that.
No. And I think she's a princess and it's just
Yeah,
it's
I don't.
all over.
It's all over the place and it just gives me a headache when I tried to rationalize it and I just don't. So,
But the art style, you get used to it. You get used to it. It's not perfect. Those eyes scare me, but it's okay.
I do like the fashion in it. I will say. The
Yeah,
fashion,
yeah, yeah.
I mean, they're, at least they kind of went back to sort of their individualistic
Mm,
styles in that season as
yeah.
opposed to prior
Butterflex.
seasons. Ooh,
Butterflex.
yep, you said it.
I hate season 7. Absolutely hate it.
I
It's not a
mean,
good season.
it's not a good season.
No.
Ugh.
I
Oh my
do
god.
like the cameos of Roxy because she is one of my favorites.
But
But
a
like
whole but a whole season of nothing but animals and she's not the main character? Are you kidding
exactly.
me? What is
Yeah.
wrong with you? She's the fairy of animals. Of
Oh,
animals.
and what gets me is she doesn't get a transformation other than Believe It. And she starts at Believe It.
So dumb. It's
Why
so
does she
dumb.
start there?
I know. Wow. Because then if we're talking like Roxy had to believe in like fairies to gain her like transformation and then it became Believix.
Okay, yeah.
Would then in that thinking would Bloom also have needed to have started out with Believix or did she always believe in fairies?
Well,
Yeah.
she read the fairy tales.
Yeah, I guess.
So she's kind of always been like, fairies, yay.
Yeah.
But like Roxy was like in denial for 7 episodes. And it's just like,
Yeah. I
girl,
mean,
you're a
honestly,
fairy.
that's yeah, that was like probably the most like realistic like human becoming a fairy like story arc I feel like they could have given Roxy. Because yeah, if someone came up to me and was like, "Oh, by the way," it's like, I don't know what you're smoking, but no. you know.
If somebody came up to me and was like, "You're a fairy," I'd be like, "Really?" I'd be in like
Prove it.
disbelief. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the
Show me.
Althea?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, where are the trolls in the park with the ghouls?
The
Show me
gremlins.
those. Yes.
Where's Stella in her short shorts?
Oh, come on now. Yeah, give me actual proof. To get us back on topic. What keeps you inspired to create your cosplays?
I I like Broadway. Broadway and their costumes. So like
Yes.
me being my extra self, want to incorporate that into the Winx universe. And like if I was a Winx fairy, I like my new Flora bodice. Have you seen it? The sparkly, sparkly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like my Winx costume to be as sparkly as that. I want to blind people. So like putting that element into my costumes, I just think makes the magic experience a whole lot
Yeah.
complete. Because like it's not a Winx cosplay if it doesn't sparkle.
You're right. You're so
Yeah.
right.
Even in the cartoon, it sparkles. There's the little.
Mm-hmm. Just a little.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously the universal sound for sparkles.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite Winxer accounts to follow?
Man, you're really doing this to me. Okay.
Oh, come on, not like you weren't expecting it.
I know. You know, when you sent me this, I was like, oh man. Okay, I'm biased toward my friends, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. Who
So
isn't?
like, I love your Bloom with the sign content.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
I love it so
much.
much. That's actually how I found you. I found your Bloom with the sign page, and then I found you, like your
Thank
podcast.
you. Okay, so literally that was the whole point behind. Well, it wasn't the whole point. I've had this like
Yeah.
idea for a while, and my husband and then like Cuba kept
Mhm.
telling me like, you know, like you need to share that like content on
Mhm. Mhm.
your like Winx Forever podcast page. I was like, but I want
Mhm.
it to be like its own thing, you
Mhm.
know? But then also I can like promote the show with it if I want, you know, like
Yeah,
I just
yeah, yeah.
wanted it to be fun. And it's like literally like I just drop content on it and then I walk away.
Mhm.
It's just like, here's this and bye, you know? Like,
Me with my cosplays. Bye. I don't want the
yeah,
comments.
exactly, exactly.
But back to favorite people.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um favorite, I'll do like, I don't know, sections like edit, cosplayers, so on.
Mhm.
So like cosplayers, Natalia. She's a
Yes.
close friend of mine. I love her. Um Juliet Von Trung. I don't know how to say her username.
Uh-huh.
She just did a Queen Stella cosplay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah, yeah, her.
yes.
And then Momo Peach Design, she made my Enchantix cosplay.
She's
She's
amazing.
so talented.
Oh,
And then for like artists, Prince Ivy, but he's not on Instagram anymore, and I'm so sad.
yeah, he's been pretty quiet. Yeah.
Um, yeah, the fandom kind of like blocked him out. Shoo, it's not
Yeah.
nice. Um, dang, I can't. I don't know. All my friends, all the people I follow, they're also like insanely talented. I only follow people for content that I like,
Yeah.
and that's why you follow people. So like, I
Right.
guess anybody I'm following.
And what's your favorite part of being in this Winxer community?
The overwhelming, for the most part, support that
For the
everybody
most part.
gives each
Yeah, yeah,
other.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
everybody's like always sharing their stuff and helping people grow. And then there's like, let me off topic, but you get to the Winx Club page, and they're very selective on who and what they share.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate it. I hate it. They have only shared, okay, so like the American fandom
Mm-hmm.
is nothing for them. They've only
Oh,
shared
no.
once,
Yeah.
one time. So I've given up on my dreams of being shared. But
Oh, yeah. Listen. Yeah. It's
that's
really funny to me. Did you read the Polygon article that
the
came
one you
out with
sent.
Eugenio? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So I was very tilted
Oh yeah,
about
yeah.
how Jeannie was like, well, I don't think that we really ever like cracked the like American code of like how to break into that market. And I don't get that because he kept on saying like, well, I don't think that like kids really I don't know. It's just very degrading like language
Mm-hmm.
towards like the intelligence of kids. Like, you know,
Yeah.
saying that kids can't keep up with a deep storyline like seasons 1 through 3 had a week apart, saying that going I mean, but like, dude, you knew that you were signing up to air your show once a week when you signed with 4Kids Entertainment. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
knew that was going to be the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you knew it was going to be Saturday mornings and then like and then Nickelodeon fiasco happened and they couldn't stick to a demographic. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, dude, I don't think that America's the problem.
I think you're the problem.
You're the problem, Eugenio Straffi. I'll say it. He doesn't listen to this podcast.
Oh, you don't know that.
I don't know that. You're right. He'll come after me.
You'll get an ominous email from
Oh my
Rainbow.
God. I know. Cease and desist. Shut up. No.
Don't want that.
Do not want it. Oh my gosh.
But I do
Oh.
think like a big reason why 4Kids changed a lot of the dub, or like, what's it called? The script. The
Yeah.
reason they changed the script is to dumb it down for Americans.
Yes and no, because I've been going back and rewatching the episodes side by side, Ray English with 4Kids English, and I feel kind of dumb watching the Ray English, honestly.
Really?
A little bit, yeah. I don't feel like it's, I mean, there are some parts, obviously, like the whole like inner like demon struggle that like Riven had, you know, and but like, yeah, like that probably like that would have served well, I feel like, in the 4Kids version. I don't know why they took it out, but then there are other things that like I don't think were that big of a deal like missing from the show. And like a couple of name changes, like sure, like that's, you know, interesting why they would have changed it, but like other things, I feel like overall the pacing for 4Kids is a lot better than other English dubs. And I don't think that, I don't know, I wouldn't say that they dumbed it down. I would say that they I don't know, like just
made it for like Americans to relate to.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they've almost they modernized it in a way, like
Yeah.
like I mean Americanized it for sure. Like
Yeah.
you know, there's always something being said on screen. The weird long pauses that is usually in like the Ray English version like aren't there in 4Kids. Like there's always something happening, which I appreciate. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could also be completely biased because I grew up with Ray or the 4Kids English and have, you know, then was introduced to, you know, the Ray in the original, and it's just all so funny.
Well, like my first memory is from the Nickelodeon era, so that's
true.
mostly what I remember. But I do know, like I've seen the 4Kids, obviously.
Yeah.
But like most of my memories, because did I explain why I didn't remember most of? Because
you were like young, right? You were like 6 when it originally aired.
Well, that and like I fell off bleachers and cracked my head open. And so like brain injury or head injury. So like stuff prior to that, I have no. But like I remember like specific things. Like I know Sky's dog's name was different in the 2 dubs, and then the planets' names were different. Like I know the differences, but I don't remember the plot exactly. Rather the Nickelodeon, I know exactly what happened. I was sane during that time.
Right. Oh man.
If you're enjoying this episode of WinxForeverPodcast, follow the show on your favorite streaming platform so that you're notified when the new episodes are released.
Well, as I'm sure that you're aware, now that I've had a couple of episodes with guests on it, anytime I have a guest on, just before we take a short break, we go into a quick round of Winx rapid fire questions. Yay! Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's go. Favorite Winx member?
Flora, but since I cosplay Bloom, she's taken the lead.
Favorite season?
2 and controversial season 6.
Ooh.
I like Selena.
Favorite specialist or male warrior?
Helia.
Favorite movie?
Magical Adventure.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say it.
We talked about this.
Favorite transformation?
Charmix, but now that I'm cosplaying Cosmix, it's slowly becoming my favorite.
Ooh. Favorite romantic relationship?
Flora and Helia.
Least favorite transformation?
Butterflix. And Bloomix. Yes. I don't like Bloomix.
Really?
I don't like the warrior style.
Ooh. But Musa.
Musa's is pretty. Musa's is pretty. Everybody else is just like, especially
Still
Bloom.
Weird ponytail thing.
Yeah, and Bloom's like little triangle looking things. I don't
know. Favorite villain?
Dark Bloom.
Ooh, would you consider her a villain?
That side of her, yes. I believe there's 2 sides to Bloom.
Ooh, interesting.
One we never see.
Favorite cosplay that you've done?
Oh, dang. Okay, I haven't done Cosmix yet.
Right.
But I tried her on. And she looks so good.
Yes.
But out of cosplays I've done, probably Bloom.
Love. And a cosplay that you'd like to do in the future besides your Flora Cyrenex?
What do I have planned? I want to do a ball gown, but I don't have the space for that.
Ooh.
Transformation wise, I don't know. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah,
let's just say a ball gown.
Cool. Well, that's all I have for rapid fire questions. That wasn't so bad.
Oh.
You did great. So we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we'll dive into our topic as we make a case for my favorite English dub, the 4Kids version, but also the Nickelodeon version, since that's the version that you grew up with. Yeah. So stay tuned. You're listening to the Winx Forever podcast. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. If you've wanted to be on the Winx Forever podcast, well, now you can. All you have to do is visit speakpipe.com/Winx Forever podcast, and you can leave me a 30-second to 1-minute voicemail with a question for me to answer on the show. Be sure to include your name and where you're from, and I might answer your question on the next episode of the Winx Forever podcast. Here's a question now from listener Janine.
Hello, my name is Janine, and I'm just wondering, what is a Winx character that you looked up to growing up?
Thanks so much for your question, Janine. So growing up, I always looked up to Stella. I loved her personality, her leadership qualities, and just her overall confidence and her relationships between every girl. I always thought that we shared a lot of personality traits, and even right down to both of us being scared of heights. I feel like in a lot of ways, Stella gave me the confidence that I have today. Janine, thanks again so much for your question, and I can't wait to hear from more of you. Again, that's speakpipe.com/Winx Forever podcast. Thanks for listening, and let's get back to the podcast. And we're back with our very fabulous friend, Morgan, or you probably know her on Instagram and YouTube as Miu Usagi. And we both grew up with Winx Club in America. We're both American, and we grew up in different parts of the country, but we just found out today that we grew up with the two different American dubs that 4Kids and the Nickelodeon dubs. So we're going to be discussing growing up in America with these two different dubs and what we kind of experienced versus what we now, know about the franchise. And so, so now that you are aware of other Winx dubs, what has been your opinion on the 4Kids dub, but also the Nickelodeon dub after all these years?
Okay, I'll start with the 4Kids dub.
Yeah.
For me, going from the 4Kids dub to say like Rye, it was a huge difference, because before Winx Club, I've never had a show switch voice actors so much.
Yeah.
So, and then where they weren't calling Sparks and Domino, I had to get used to that after like such a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think opinion for 4Kids, good. English, good. I think I don't know how to describe it. It's different.
Yeah, for sure, it's different. Like that's I feel like that's what a lot of people have against it, is because it is so different. And I posted this on my Bloom with Sign account, but I also feel like the people that hate the 4Kids dub the most have never watched it all the way through.
Yeah.
Or just never watched it in general.
Yeah. The songs in 4Kids, Bob. They do.
They really do. Thank you for saying so.
Yeah, no problem. I had a sensational Bloom doll that had like that it was the magic song.
Feels like magic. That one. Oh, I don't know what it is.
That one. Yeah. Is that what that is? Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I subjected you
fine.
to my awful singing.
No, it was good. Better than me.
Ah.
But
Oh
that
man.
one, that was one of my
Yes.
favorite songs.
I learned recently, I can't remember. It might have been Stella Fairy of Magics that
Yeah.
told me this. It was the same music
Really?
for their dolls. Yeah, it was all the 4Kids songs for their dolls as well.
I have a German Layla sensational, but she doesn't have batteries.
Oh no.
So we can't test that theory.
Time to get her some batteries. I know all of my sensational like dolls, like their batteries died a long time ago. So now they sound really scary if I press the button. So I just
Oh no.
Yeah.
I have the talking Kiko and he sounded scary when I turned him on.
Wow. Talking
Yeah.
Oh. So what's your opinion on the Nick version compared to other dubs now?
Okay. I don't know why. Okay, season 4, Nick. That's what they started out with. The quality of like it's not HD for some reason.
Yeah.
And like every other season's fine, but then you get to season 4 and it's like
What
Nickelodeon, what you
happened?
doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the voice acting's really good. I really like it. And there's I don't know if you know this, there's a YouTube channel who's dedicated to remastering episodes into 4K.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
so they're doing season 4 and I'm like so excited because I can see my girls in 4K.
Yes. Yes.
But I really like the voice acting in season 4.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Did you watch the season 4 or the Nickelodeon?
Okay, so yes and no. I was in like high school, so it was when it came out it was probably like 2010, 2011, right? And
2012.
so yeah, yes, golly. And so I was a junior in high school then, and so it was kind of that like weird time for me where it's like I was still like in the Winx fandom, like I was still like writing stuff, and also I had my Winx Club Facebook pages that I administrated, but I wasn't like an active member, I wouldn't say as much as I am now, obviously. But so I kind of took a break from the fandom a little bit then. But I was so excited when Winx Club came back to America, because we had that period between like 2006 or 7 to like 2012 really, to where we didn't have anything. And so so it was just really like it was really exciting to see like the fairies back on like the shelves and stuff like that. And but I couldn't get behind them turning the first 2 seasons or the first 3 seasons into specials.
Yeah.
Because
I like the art style.
That's interesting. I don't
really?
like the way that they like thickened their bottom lash line.
Oh, see, I do.
That's so funny. Like it's not, I don't know, it just felt like it was a little overkill. I don't know. I felt like they focused a lot on like trying to like revitalize a lot of things that they really didn't need to, kind of. I don't know. In a lot of ways.
Maybe it's me coming from a cosplay perspective.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like the over exaggerated makeup a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty, don't get me wrong. It's just not what I was, I guess, used to at the time. And so when I also don't like the way that they move in the animation, which is super weird and
I didn't notice that.
like it's not I don't know, it feels very mechanical. It doesn't feel as smooth as like the 4Kids or whatever. But yeah, but then when Nick like started airing them on like Nick Jr. is when I stopped watching the Nickelodeon dubs.
Yeah.
I was so upset like that they had done that to my fairies, that they had like reduced them to like preschool fodder.
Well, it was on Nick Jr. up until season 7, so like up until recently.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Like
I'm very
they don't do
sad.
announcements. They don't do commercials or it's like how are you supposed to know it's on TV? That's why I think Nickelodeon did such a good job promoting it. Cause like I remember the commercials like tune in next week, blah blah blah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And the little
That's
banners
wild.
at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think they did a good job promoting, unlike Nick Jr.
Yeah. Nick Jr. It's so sad. It just like pains me. So for those of you that, and I have to remember this because not all of my audience is going to know what the heck we're talking about. So for those of you that didn't grow up in America and didn't have these, shows
Channels.
on, these channels. So when Four Kids lost the licensing and then they made the deal with Nick, it came on the primary like Nickelodeon channel. But then after like season 5, maybe?
Season 6.
Was it season 6?
Yeah, because I have it all on iTunes.
So starting season 6.
Season 6 was the final one on Nickelodeon.
Okay, season 6 was the final one on Nickelodeon. Thank you.
Yeah,
And then season 7 was all aired on Nick Jr. And Nick Jr., I mean, I'm sure they have it in other countries, but is like the preschool version of Nickelodeon. They have like the Backyardigans and Wonder Pets. I freaking love Wonder Pets. My little sister loved Wonder Pets, and so I loved Wonder Pets, so.
Well, now the Winx and Wonder Pets go hand in hand.
I know, because they both came on the same channel and it hurts.
They're sidekicks.
It kills me. Wait, are the Winx sidekicks to the Wonder Pets or the Wonder Pets?
No.
Yes, 100%.
I'm pretty sure the Wonder Pets have been around longer.
100%. Especially, I mean, for sure on
it's their channel.
Nick Jr. It is, yeah. The Winx were coming into their territory.
Yeah. Oh, what about Winx on Cartoon Network? Like that Splash Cartoon Network. Because it didn't happen often.
It didn't happen often. It was so weird because it was always reruns. Wow, I can't talk. Reruns. Good thing I have a podcast. I can't talk.
Reruns of season 3.
Yes, I saw, so like it was weird because like you said, it was very sporadic.
Yeah.
It wasn't like ever like episodic really.
No.
And when I was like little, it was probably like 2005, 2006. They had reruns of like season 1 and 2 and 3, obviously. And they were never like in subsequent order, which sucked. But it was also in like this weird like afternoon block.
It was on like it was like Toonami, but not Toonami.
Yeah, it was like Mzungu or something.
No,
Mzungu.
No,
you know what Mzungu is?
No, what is it?
Mzungu means white person in Swahili. That's not what that is.
No, I don't. And it wasn't Jetix because they didn't have the rights to it.
No, right? Jetix didn't. No, Jetix didn't ever have it. It was Jetix because Jetix was Disney and Jetix was Witch.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Cartoon Network and Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon had the rights to both Winx and Totally Spies.
Yes, I loved Totally Spies. Like
it's another show.
Yeah, that is another show. LOL. And then World of Winx was just a knockoff Totally Spies. Let's be real.
No, but I love World of Winx.
I love World of Winx too. Like the art style is amazing, but like,
I love the Fairy Couture art. So much.
Same. It's
I need more of it. I'm so mad that. Okay, you didn't know me back then. Okay, but I went on this like 11 to 12 story Instagram tangent because I rewatched World of Winx and I got to the finale and then it's canceled. And so I went on you didn't know it was canceled?
Wait. So they didn't have a finale?
No. You didn't know?
Maybe I haven't seen it. Maybe I haven't seen it all the way through. Oh no, I haven't seen all of season 2.
Okay,
that's my
well,
problem.
season 2 ends on a cliffhanger. They introduced this new villain. She's
That
freaking
is so
gorgeous, by the way.
rude.
And it's over. I will never know her backstory. I went on this 12-story Instagram tangent
You should
about
put
how
it in
I'll
your
never.
highlights.
I'll have
You
to
should-
find it. But I was so mad.
Oh, that is disappointing.
It is. I want to know who
Oh.
this chick is.
I want to know why I haven't watched all of season 2 yet. What is
That's
wrong
your
with me?
homework. That's your homework.
That is my homework. Listen, what it's going to be really funny is when I do start to just like do rewatch like podcast episodes
Mhm.
for all of the series.
Oh,
And
you're gonna go
whenever-
into it?
Listen, I'm gonna go into it, as the kids say, into the thick of it. We
I
are
hate that.
going into the thick of Winx Club.
Oh no. Let me know when you get to the dark blue mark. Let me be back on the show again.
Absolutely. Yes.
Freaking love
Yeah.
dark blue.
I mean, yeah, who doesn't? She's dark
Freaking hot.
bloom.
She's hot. Let's be real.
She's great. But the whole like 4Kids giving her and Darkar like a weird like romantic-esque relationship. I'm like, can we stop?
I've seen that. That's one I've seen.
Can we stop shipping Bloom with literally every male villain? When really the villain we need to be shipping her with is Icy, and we only found this out recently.
God, yes. Oh my gosh, do you follow that person on Instagram?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God,
I love their artworks. I'm
Same.
like, I've never thought about this ship, but now it's all the only ship I can think about.
Same. I'm like, I didn't know I need this.
Oh, none of us did, but thank you so much. It's been amazing.
We enjoy your artwork.
We enjoy your artwork so much. So when Winx Club aired season 3's finale, they called it in the 4Kids dub, they called it the series finale when it was advertised, which was so rude. Because all they were doing was wrapping it up because they'd lost the licensing and leaving all of these little 4Kids, watchers, me included, thinking it was the end of the series. And so I started petitions. I started you know what I mean? I started
Change.org.
100 before change.org was a thing. Yes. Me in 2006. Yes.
Yeah.
Being like, it can't be the end of Winx Club in America. And so then I found out about the whole movie of The Secret of Lost Kingdom in 2007. I was like, well, this is dumb. Why don't we have this here? So you can probably assume my
disappointment.
letdown. Yeah, the disappointment when we did get it back. And it was Nickelodeon, but then they rushed through all of the great storytelling in seasons 1 through 3 so I'm curious, you growing up with the Nick version predominantly, were you surprised that there was way more to the storylines than you got in the Nickelodeon dub?
Well, I knew about season 3, and then when season 4 came out, I was like in shock because I didn't think it was over. I didn't think there was any more of it. I was flipping through channels, and all of a sudden I see a Winx Club on the guide. I'm like, what's this? And it's something I've never seen before. And then it's a new season, and there's these new characters. So yeah, I did think it was over.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the movies until season 4.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Illegally.
I mean, yeah, literally same. The first time I ever watched Secret of Lost Kingdom was some bootleg copy of the Italian version. I didn't know what the heck they were saying, but man, I watched the heck out of that movie until it came out in the Cinelube English dub, and I loved it. I loved every second of it.
I don't like how Nickelodeon cut both of the movies.
Awful.
Have you seen them?
Yes.
Not
good.
Magical Adventure being my favorite movie, and they cut it down to 45 minutes
because they had to fit it onto an
I get that
TV special. Yeah,
but awful. I hate it.
It's so dumb.
They changed their engagement, their third engagement.
their third engagement.
They changed it to something else. Listen, it had to be said.
How could they? Their third time being engaged, they messed it all up.
They just wanted to make just wanted to make sure the audience knew they were engaged.
It's like, oh wait. So Bloom and Sky are engaged. Okay. Yeah, we didn't get that the first 3 times.
Are you sure you know? Are you sure you understand?
Actually, I honestly I don't know if I know, because then they're not ever married. They never get married.
To this day, they are not married.
We see it in the Book of Life. We see it in the little like book of in Secret Lost Kingdom. We get that little poop, that little glimmer. But like, where?
In one season, Disney gets married. One season, Daphne gets married
before her sister that has been literally engaged for years.
Her sister's been dead for years.
She comes back to life and this lady's already getting married.
Maybe I
should get in line, buddy.
Maybe I should disappear for a few years.
Then come back.
BRB, gotta go.
Comes back, gets married next day.
Oh no, that's too fast. I gotta give it a week.
Oh my gosh, freaking Daphne. And then she stays on as a freaking teacher while all the other Winx go
students again.
Go to their students again.
Grad school.
This girl has been dead for the past 18 years, and you're just gonna hire her on the spot?
Me.
I don't think so. Where's your resume? Show me.
The fact that they keep bringing back the Winxers students after they graduated.
Some people say that they think that it's higher education.
Well, like grad school, I get it, but how many grad school years do you need?
Some people need a lot,
They're going for their doctorate.
Honestly, and with how much like they goof off and don't do actual schoolwork. I mean, I get why they're like still probably in school, but like still, guys, yikes! It's been 17 years.
Oh no, but they graduated. Everybody but Bloom graduated in the Secret of the Lost Kingdom
movie. We all saw it. Yes.
Yeah. They become guardian fairies. Blah 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 blah.
Listen,
Bloom is still in school.
We know. We know better. We know that Rainbow cares nothing for timelines or continuity. We know this. We just have to come to terms with it and move on. And
it
just
could be worse.
All be okay with our collective headcanon of what actually the timeline is.
It could be worse. It could be like Miraculous Ladybug, where it doesn't have a plot at all.
Yikes.
I'm sorry.
Yikes. Also, do you think that that the Ladybug costumes in season 7 are a play or like a backhanded comment to Miraculous? Would you say that? Because I think that they are.
Probably, yeah. Now that you think about it.
Yes. Looking at the 4Kids dub, and then also the Nickelodeon dub, what and like all of the liberties that they took with changing the stories and changing certain elements, what was your favorite and least favorite thing that they changed from the original dub / story?
I'm gonna reference 4Kids for this because and I know a lot about it. I really like this is weird. I really like the switch they did between Sky and Brandon.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good story. I really enjoyed that. And then I don't like the different planet names for Bloom because going back to it, it did confuse me. Switching from like dub to dub.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this planet?
Yes.
What about you?
Oh my gosh. I would say my favorite thing that they changed from the original story. Gosh, I like the name Sparks. Really? I think it makes a lot of sense because the great dragon Sparks. Yeah. I think it's cute. I don't have a problem with it being called Domino, obviously, because that's what it's called. But like, I think that's a cute change. I hate that they took out the inner dialogue, like demon, like story, like arc with Ribbon. Like, I can't believe that I went so long without knowing that existed. Like, that's so. It's so good, and it like gives him so much more depth than just being this broody bad boy that like hates everybody and gets used by all the, girl villains. Like, it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel
No.
like, I feel like that is such a good arc for Ribbon's character. Not that he, needs more more angst, but
Well, I have
but
a question for you.
yeah.
If 4Kids took over the rest of the seasons, do you think Ribbon would still be how he is with Musa? Or would they make it not domestic? Coming from a law enforcement
Ooh.
perspective.
Uh, I think that they would have softened him up a lot. Because you kind of got to see it in the 4Kids Riven in season 3. I mean, besides the whole, like, in season 2, him coming to, like, fight Naboo because he thought he was, like, moving in on his role.
Yeah.
That was very toxic on both Riven and
Yeah.
Musa's part.
Yeah.
But no, I think that in season 3, like, 4Kids version Riven starts to, like, lighten up, and I don't know. I feel like that it would have.
Do you? Because you haven't seen season 8, right?
Right. Well, I mean,
Okay.
I know that they get
It
back
gets
together.
better. It
Yeah,
gets
and that he gets
not domestic, so it
right.
gets
Yeah,
better. So I think it would have ended up more like that.
yeah,
How
yeah.
do
I
you
still
feel?
think.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about him leaving one whole season?
I wish that they would have never gotten back together.
Really?
I think yes. I think that him leaving for a season was really mature on Winx Club's part, storytelling at least, because and character development, honestly, because it's exactly what both of those characters needed. Like, they didn't need to be together for that many seasons, honestly. They should have broken up in season 4 when Musa and Riven, like, I mean, they just had like arbitrary like drama, but like it was like none of it was justified in season 4, I felt like. And then it just kind of continues until they do break up, and then he's gone for a season, but then he comes back and everybody hates him, which is so not fair. And it's just like allowing those characters to change, but then also to not be together, but also just like staying changed and realizing that they don't have to be together romantically. Like, I think that would have spoken volumes, like, to the viewers, to the audience, like, and then especially like the impressionable audiences that Winx Club has, like, to show that growth. Like, that would have been amazing. But no, they have to stay together because it's Riven and Musa.
Do you think Musa would have gotten together with that guy from season 4?
Jason Queen, the producer?
Yeah.
No, because he got married.
Well, I mean.
Oh, you mean like if 4Kids like took it over?
Yeah. Like what would 4Kids' interpretation of that event be? Probably like a record release.
Yeah. Honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I think that 4Kids, if I were to have my way, if 4Kids like did the rest of the series, that the whole Jason Queen like thing didn't happen. Like, he was only her producer, but then like the whole like jealousy thing with like Riven and Musa, like, drives them apart. They grow as people and then just stay friends. That would be the like ultimate like headcanon for me for Riven and Musa.
I don't know. I do think if 4Kids was to take it over, they should have gotten rid of him. Like, he's long overdue. She needs a new man. Aisha's got 4 men.
Literally.
Well, she had Naboo, Nex, Roy.
Freaking Roy. I hate
somebody
Roy.
else.
I don't like
I hate
Roy.
them both.
I hate them both. But like, because like Nex is like cardboard, and then Roy is like
pushy.
I hate it. I don't like it. I know. It's like, and she's a strong personality too.
Yeah.
And like, she doesn't, I don't know. Like, I felt like Naboo was just so perfect for her because like he mellowed her like out a little bit, and like, oh, I miss Naboo so much. And it sucks. Yes, let's bring Daphne back, but not freaking.
Bloom could have saved him. Just
Bloom could have saved him. Bloom, but we all know Bloom.
She's
if
selfish.
it isn't Sky, then she's not gonna care.
You're right.
Awful.
Or her dead sister.
Or her freaking dead sister. Oh my gosh. What a time to be a Winx fan. Do you remember the first piece of Winx Club merch that you ever got? And do you still have it?
Sad part? No, I don't have it. But I'm gonna try to get her back. It was the Bloom Sensational doll. And I got her for my birthday one year from a ex-neighbor, so I guess like a family friend.
Yeah.
And I remember exactly, like, we were at a park having my birthday because, like, Florida, they're natural parks. And it was like one of those picnic type parties with like the chairs and the benches. So she brought over the and I opened it and I was like so in awe because I didn't know Winx had merch.
Yeah.
She got it for me because she know I like the show. And even until like when Toys R Us was having the dolls, she would let me pet sit and she would give me money to buy those dolls.
Yeah.
She was so supportive.
That's so sweet. I love that so much.
But I don't have her anymore because I gave her away in a garage sale on accident.
Man, we all have that story though. It's fine. We won't talk about my Layla Aisha doll fiasco. That was just pitiful.
Yes. Tell me what happened.
Oh my god. So
you brought it up.
Yeah, I feel like I tell this story every time I have a guest on because it's very sad. So my best friend growing up, she watched the show with me every weekend. Like we would go to each other's house to watch it and stuff. Well, it was her birthday, and also her birthday coincided with the premiere of season 2. So the first time we ever saw Layla, and so I got her for her birthday the brand new Pixie Magic Layla doll. Well, then 2 years later, after she grew out of Winx Club and I was very much still into Winx Club, she was like, I don't like these anymore. Do you want these? And it was all of her Winx Club merch. And I was like, no. I said, no. Why? I don't know.
That sounds like something I would do.
It was so pitiful because I felt bad because I was like, you're going to re-gift me the gifts that I gave you? That is so heartless.
Well, it's like buying a gift for yourself.
Anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're not friends anymore.
It's okay. We're not friends anymore. I've not talked to her in so long. So yeah, super funny. I wonder what she would say if she found out that I was doing a Winx Club podcast now, 17 years later. Like, I wonder what she'd
probably be like, you're still on this?
Yeah, exactly. I know. She'd be like, really?
That's my mom's reaction when I get a new Winx doll. Okay, I have another question for you.
Yes.
Since Witch and Winx were rivals and Witch just hit their 20th anniversary, do you think that they'll do some sort of revival or live action following Winx?
Disney would be remiss if they didn't. Like,
do you think it would succeed?
Yes, with Disney Plus and with all of the Witch fans that are calling for it, I feel like that
I'm petitioning for it to go on to Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, so, I mean it needs to.
Yeah,
I can't believe that it's not on there, but no, I feel like that's probably if they don't do like a live action movie and put it on Disney Plus, like they're missing out on a lot of money, and we all know Disney loves money, so
yeah.
Well, Morgan, thanks again so much for being on the show today, and tell the listeners where they can find you and your content on the internet.
So I am Mew Usagi, MEWUSGI, on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, wherever social media, TikTok.
Yes, TikTok.
Wherever social media you can find me. That I go by that username everywhere.
Nice. Well, I will have Morgan's links posted in the description of this episode, so be sure to connect with her on all of the places. Until next time, I'm Lola Valentine, and thanks for listening to the Winx Forever podcast.
Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode of the Winx Forever podcast, be sure to follow or subscribe to the show on your preferred streaming platform to be notified when the new episode drops. Join in on the conversation when you follow Winx Forever Podcast on social media. The theme for the Winx Forever podcast is the song She Makes Magic by Big Wild.